high in the eastern mountains of Afghanistan, right next to Forward Operating Base Sharana, where an Ohio National Guard unit is deployed serving in Operation Enduring Freedom, is another group of soldiers. They are the faces that have known war all of their lives, but are just recently learning how to defend their own nation. The Ohioans, members of the 112th Engineer Battalion, are teaching them. The process has just started since the first of the year.
To my left and to the rear is the living areas of Ohio National Guard soldiers. To our right, we have partnered with the 112th as an Afghan National Army engineer unit. This area is called a CBAC, or Containerized Afghan Base, but you can see from the proximity there, working hand in hand, side by side with Ohio engineers.
I had never met an Afghan soldier, never thought about meeting an Afghan soldier, so when I did, I really didn't know what to ask. After several minutes of awkwardly staring at each other, I opened my mouth and let some words fall out.
Had you ever heard of Ohio before?
Through a translator, they found a sergeant for me to talk to.
Yeah, he said I'm very happy and I'm glad to work with those guys.
We learned the sergeant was a truck driver before becoming involved with the Afghan National Army. And his story is very typical. Transfer of security in Afghanistan is scheduled to happen in 2014. When and if the Americans leave, it'll be up to men like him to keep Al-Qaeda and the Taliban from taking over the country.
We'll work on it. Let's go. Are you excited about this new country that is forming?
میگه تو دوردی افغانستان هستی میگه چی فکر میکنی میگه حالا خوشحال هستی که
چرا خوشحال نیستم وطنم از جورش میکنم خاکم است چرا خوش نیستم
Yeah, he said I'm really happy working with the ANA, with the Afghan National. This is my country. I supposed to survive it.
At about that time, members of their unit came back to the base from a successful mission. The captain of the unit, a man who claims to be a descendant of an Afghan king, was with them. And we were told it would be a sign of great disrespect if we did not interview him. So, in a room with a translator and the Americans who are helping the Afghans defend Afghanistan, we spoke to Captain Ahmad Shah, the company commander.
Could you tell us about this process over the last 3 weeks, what you've been learning from the Americans, what they've been able to teach you, and what they may be learning from you?
میگه قماندان صاحب میگه در ظرف 3 هفته که میگم برای شما اینا these guys is all working hard with us and teach a lot of stuff whenever they're going outside formation. They're working with a good partnership between us.
Nothing is going to be easy or quick. This is a country that has had 5 separate constitutions in less than 100 years.
What does he hope Afghanistan becomes? What does he hope for Afghanistan?
میگه چی رقم آرزو دارین شما با افغانستان؟
ما برای وطن آرزو داریم که افغانستان یک کشور مستقل آزاد و خودکفا شود.
He said my hope is for Afghanistan will be one day's independence country, like removing all the enemies from here.
It is frustrating for Ohio soldiers who are trying to teach. There are differences that go beyond words. For example, this is the Afghans' mess hall. When the Afghans arrived, they took out anything that was meant to make their stay more comfortable and made 3 fire pits to cook their lamb and rice, until the American soldiers insisted they put in ventilation. The bunker would be filled with heavy black smoke. The Ohio Guardsmen are amazed that no one has died or burned the place down.
I try to certainly not get frustrated because, it's just like, any one of us in our educational process. You have to be patient. You may have to explain it a couple times, but, their heart's in the right spot.
The long-term goal of this is to get these guys to do what you guys do so we can all go home.
That's correct, Mike. The goal is to get the Afghan National Army to be able to protect and serve their people in the same capacity we do the citizens of the United States.
Back with the captain, he was offering us honey muffins, candy, and tea. We were told to refuse him would be an even greater sign of disrespect. So high in the mountains of eastern Afghanistan on a snowy February afternoon, we shared 3 cups of tea with a man who will spend the rest of his life trying to change his country, with the help of some Ohio National Guardsmen who are with him today.